Welcome to the video creation assignment done as a part of the faculty development program on the use of ICT for online and blended learning. Here, the discussion is on synchronous and asynchronous e-learning methods, and we'll be shortly covering the definition, that is meaning, some of the examples, the advantages and disadvantages, that is the pros and cons, and some of the tools used over here. Now, first coming on to the definition, that is what it means. The synchronous learning is happening at the same time. That is, it requires interacting with an instructor in real time. Synchronous means that an instructor is always present in real time when the course is delivered, even though the course might be delivered remotely over the internet. Now, when we come to the asynchronous learning, this is not happening exactly the same time. That is, it allows the learners to complete the web-based training on their own time and schedule without a live interaction with the instructor. Asynchronous type classes are completely the opposite of synchronous classes, which means that the instructor does not need to be present, therefore allowing learners to learn at any time, that is at their own convenient time. Now, coming to some of the examples of asynchronous and synchronous e-learning methods. In asynchronous learning methods, though the examples of come as fax, email, news groups, and computer-based training. And those coming under synchronous learning are the examples are learning through telephone, that is conversation through telephone, then screen sharing, chat, online seminars, etc. Now, coming to the advantages and disadvantages of synchronous learning. It's coming to the pros. There is always an immediate feedback. And since here everything is happening at same time, that is synchronously, there is a sense of community, togetherness. Now, always there will be a continual motivation because everyone is present together. Now, this is always teacher-centered. That is, a direct learning is happening here. Now, learning can be facilitated virtually in real time. Always there will be a worldwide access. Here, the communication is immediate because the teacher and the student is present. That is, the instructor and the students is present at the same time. So, always there is an immediate communication. Now, in the case of social support, the social support is there and it increases motivation amongst the learners. And also this increases personal participation. Regarding the disadvantages, technology is a matter here. Now, there is a scheduling limited reflection time. And this lacks flexibility. Limited response time and scheduled meeting times is a matter here. Now, coming on to the asynchronous, the pros and cons, that is advantages and disadvantages. Regarding the advantages, we can see that it is flexible, it is more convenient, there is time to process information, formulate the responses, it is learner-centered, that is indirect learning instead of teacher-centered. And there is peer interaction, complete flexibility is there in the class schedule. It is always self-paced and it increases the learner's ability to process information. That is, there is a cognitive participation. Regarding the disadvantages, there is a slow feedback because the teacher and students is not present at the same time. So they need time to communicate and get a response. Now, there will be a lack of sense of community. This requires self-motivation. Otherwise students will not be able to complete the works unless otherwise they are self-motivated. And here the interaction is much limited when we compare to the synchronous learning methods. Now, some of the tools that is used in synchronous learning is chat, phone call, teleconference, video conferencing, etc. And asynchronous tools are blogging, emails, online bulletin boards, threaded discussions, web-based trainings, etc. Now, in the case of synchronous learning, the learners schedule time to attend the class. There always learners stay actively engaged and avoid distractions. There is always a real-time interaction. But in the case of asynchronous learning, the learners need to set their own schedule. They need to maintain self-motivation. And here the questions can be asked at any time. We are winding off with a few slides. Thank you.